Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sovereign Artsakh. I'm Michael, your host, a non-Armenian who, um, just pretend I'm Armenian because I feel Armenian. I'm talking all things Armenian. Uh, I am ultra biased for the Armenian cause. Not that I think Armenians are sinless or faultless, but there is something evil that happened to them that the world has not yet come to terms with, has not reconciled with, and I'm doing my part. Since I'm not Armenian, perhaps I can reach the not Armenian community for the cause. I think that will happen. Anyway, I just subscribe to the channel, share this video, comment, like, click the notification bell. This bell over here will let you know when I post videos. I'm not going to belabor this point any longer, but I want to get straight to the point. So I put out a video right here called Trump Recognizes Genocide in the Final Moments of His Presidency. And that's just one of my, I sit in my car or I drive before or after my night shift or whatever, and it's more a daily diary. And I told you in that video that I would do another video that's a little more produced like this one. So I'm going to read a couple articles, and what I want to do is point out why in that video I said that the Trump administration recognizing genocide in China was more important than recognizing the Armenian genocide. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that after I read a couple articles. So here it is. This is the Associated Press, the AP. Pompeo says China's policies on Muslims amount to genocide. On his way out the door, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo lashed out anew at China on Tuesday by declaring that its policies on Muslims and ethnic minorities in the western Xinjiang region constitute crimes against humanity and genocide. The rarely used designation is sure to provoke an angry response from Beijing. Pompeo made the determination just 24 hours before President-elect Joe Biden takes office. There was no immediate response from the incoming Biden team, although he and members of his national security team have expressed support for such a designation in the past. In fact, when Biden was running in his campaign, he made the same designation. Okay, this is good unity in our nation in the midst of great division. We're united over the fact of genocide in China. Pompeo's determination does not come with any intermediate repercussions or any immediate repercussions, although the legal implications mean the U.S. must take it into account in formulating policy toward China. The U.S. has spoken out and taken action, implementing a range of sanctions against senior Chinese Communist Party leaders and state-run enterprises that fund the architecture of repression across Xinjiang. Many of those accused of having taken part in the repression are already under U.S. sanctions. The genocide designation means new measures will be easier to impose. After careful examination of the available facts, I have determined that since at least March 2017, the People's Republic of China, under the direction and control of the Chinese Communist Party, has committed crimes against humanity against the predominantly Muslim Uyghurs and other members of ethnic and religious minority groups in Xinjiang, Pompeo said in a statement. In addition, after careful examination of the available facts, I've determined that the PRC, People's Republic of China, under the direction and control of the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, has committed genocide against the predominantly Muslim Uyghurs and other ethnic and religious minority groups in Xinjiang. I believe this genocide is ongoing and that we are witnessing the systematic attempt to destroy Uyghurs by the Chinese Party state. I'll stop right there. So this is just the, what I said in that daily diary version of this story. This is one of many, many stories that I could read. Let's read China's response because obviously we want to hear what they have to say about what they're being accused of. Also from the AP, China labels Pompeo Doomsday clown over genocide claims. Beijing. China's foreign minister described outgoing U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Wednesday as a doomsday clown and said his designation of China as a perpetrator of genocide and crimes against humanity was merely a piece of waste paper. The allegations of abuse against Muslim minority groups in China's Xinjiang region are outright sensational pseudo propositions and a malicious farce concocted by individual anti-China and anti-communist forces represented by Pompeo, spokesperson Hua Chunying told reporters at a daily briefing. In our view, Pompeo's so-called designation is a piece of waste paper. This American politician, who is notorious for lying and deceiving, is turning himself into a doomsday clown and joke of the century with his last madness and lies of the century. All right. So China is sounding very diplomatic and very, above the fray, right? They sound above the fray. If you're being falsely accused um, of something, what you do is let the facts speak for themselves, right? That's your response. Let the facts speak for themselves. Instead, they unleash uh, you know, a tirade, a torrent of ad hominem attacks against the man, Mike Pompeo, rather than disputing the claims. But the claims can't be disputed, unfortunately for China, in this day of technology. And so, what is being done is, let me go back to this article. I'll read a little bit more at the bottom. What I left off too soon is the main reason for cited for the declaration of genocide was widespread forced birth control among the Uyghurs, which the Associated Press documented last year. Another reason cited, Uyghur forced labor, has also been linked by AP reporting to various products imported to the U.S., including clothing and electronic goods such as cameras and computer monitors. All right. So, why is this designation recognizing a genocide in China more important right now than recognizing the Armenian genocide, which is part of the purpose of this whole channel? Number one, this is happening right now in the world. Okay, there are stories of World War II Germany, of American companies doing business with the Nazis, right? Doing business with the Nazis, and those are horrific stories that we as Americans could be complicit in a genocide by financing or by enabling uh, the the genocidal machine, to work. And right now, American companies are doing the same thing in China. They are bowing to the pressure of China to not speak ill of China at all. Hollywood is under pressure, the NBA, you name it, high tech, big tech, are under pressure because that's this huge market. So they're bowing to the dollar, the great dollar that they get from China. And what's the root of all evil? Some people say money is the root of all evil. That is wrong. The love of money, putting money above everything else. So American companies that love the mighty dollar are evil if they are complicit in genocide. This is important because it's happening now. People don't know there's a genocide happening in China. People don't know that their products they buy, that they themselves are enabling genocide. If people start recognizing what genocide is now, today, their eyes will open. Where did this come from? How has this been tolerated? How could it be so prevalent? People don't know that there have been multiple genocides in the 20th century and now in the 21st century. For the Armenian genocide, to expose that to the world will take a much larger effort, not a political declaration. This political declaration, which it looks like will continue with the new administration, tells the businesses at the top that they will be complicit in genocide, right? That's something that, when you talk about taking their dollars away and sanctioning them, they'll pay attention. Whereas the Armenian genocide is buried under 100 years of false information. If you can point out a genocide that's happening right now, people will recognize it. It's happening right now. It cannot be denied. But a genocide that happened over 100 years ago that's been buried, where overt, intentional disinformation propaganda has obscured the data for 100 years, it's going to take something much larger for that genocide to be recognized. And it's more important that that genocide is recognized by the culture rather than the state. The state needs to recognize it, but it's the people of the culture that need to recognize it. And that's why I am focused on producing a high quality entertainment product that people won't be able to take their eyes off of, because that's why art is powerful. Art is more powerful than a politician's directive. People will follow truth that they recognize in art. Unfortunately, by the blessing of God, the art that I'm going to be making about the Armenian genocide is not fabricated out of whole cloth. It's based on in-depth historical research that's more compelling than any fictional script I could conjure. All right, subscribe to this channel. This is already too long. Oh, just one last thing. I just want to remind you about this. What China says as they're attacking Pompeo. This is Reporters Without Borders that did their assessment of all the countries and how reliable their press is and the things that they say. And the lower you are on this list, here China's number 177 out of 180. They're the worst, among the worst. You cannot believe what they're saying and the things they're saying about Pompeo. Just a reminder. And over here, Azerbaijan is in the black as well. It's not far up this list. So share this video, subscribe, and I will see you next time.